Can't find it anywhere.
Neither can I.
There it is! We found you. We're excited that you're tuning in for today's training video. I'm Detective Dexter.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
And I'm Detective Donzo.
And we just got called in for a case. Let's go check it out.
Gasp.
Great Gorgonzola!
What?
What happened here? Who are you?
I'm Vinny Victim. I'm the victim.
Oh no. Tell us what happened, Vinny.
The kids ran amok. It was crazy. Because they didn't have a VBS training video.
We don't want you to feel like Vinny here, so let's do some VBS training. We are on the case.
Let's get started.
So this is the starting point for VBS. We're on the Monroe side of the church building. Parents are going to be dropping their kids off right under here under the carport. So it is important that all of us are here on time, here for the volunteer training meeting, so when kids are getting dropped off, we can be out here greeting them with warm, welcoming faces and getting them into our check-in table, which is just inside. This is where the experience begins for our kids at VBS, so make sure you're out here ready to greet them, knowing where they're coming in before we get started.
Why are we here?
This is where the check-in table is going to be. The kids are going to get checked in here, they're going to get their detective badges, and they're going to move into that room.
Man, it sure is messy in here right now.
Boy, you're right about that. But this time next week, it's going to be all decorated and ready to go. This is the big Monroe Fellowship Room. This is where the night is going to start, and this is where the night is going to finish. So before we break into different groups on the VBS nights, we'll have a big group in here. Everybody will be in here. We're going to do our music in here. We'll do our skits in here. And from here, we'll break into our different groups. There will be the K through 1 group, the 2nd and 3rd grade group, and the 4th and 5th grade group. We'll have awesome volunteer team leaders going with each of them to their different spaces. We have different rotation stations like the crafts area and then the games area, which is going to be down in the underground. We'll show you that here in a minute. And then we'll also have an awesome teaching area where the kids are going to learn the lesson. That's going to be up in the loft. We'll have 30-minute increments at each one, and then the groups will move to a different station. We have all that mapped out ready for you, so it'll be super easy for all of our volunteers.
Let's go check out the rooms where our different stations will be. So we're going to start with the crafts in the Jarvis. Let's go!
Come on. We're here.
Right through this door.
This one.
Right in this room. So this is our crafts room. This is where the kids will come to do all kinds of awesome crafts. We're going to have it decorated to match the theme, and it's going to be such a good time.
Kids are also going to rotate to a game station. We need to show you where that's going to be too. When you leave the Monroe Fellowship Room, you're going to see this sign that says Underground. It's going to point you to this stairwell where you're going to go right downstairs to join us. Let's do it.
Come on!
You're almost there.
Right through that door.
This is it. This is where all the fun activities and games are going to be. Every night. It's going to be so much fun.
What about the lesson? Where will the kids be learning?
That's a great question. We need to show you guys where the teaching is going to be each night when you rotate to that station. So we're going to go upstairs through the gym into the loft. That's where we're going to meet up. Let's roll. It's a little bit of a climb, but it's right through this door. Come on, don't miss it. Through the gym, into the loft. Wow.
Welcome. This is our loft area. This is where the kids are going to be hearing the Bible lesson every night with Tori and her team. Before we wrap things up, we're just going to go through some final expectations for our volunteers and give you some things to help you be successful.
Volunteers, we appreciate all that you're doing, and I know you're making some big sacrifices to help out with VBS this year. But we ask that everybody be here at 5:20 each night of VBS so we can just go over what's in store for the night, make sure that everybody is prepared and ready to go and knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Each night might look a little bit different. We have some volunteers who can help some nights and some who can't help in others. So the sooner you can get here, the sooner we can look at just what we have for the night and allocate those resources in a way that would help us the best. So make sure you're here at 5:20. We just want to prepare together, we want to pray together, and all be on the same page before the night gets started.
We want all of the volunteers and adults to learn the songs and dances. Detective Dexter will send that to you any day now. The more adults and volunteers that we have learning the dances and songs, the more that kids will want to do it.
So make sure you show up on time on Wednesday night so you can get one of these rad t-shirts for the rest of the week.
And volunteers, we ask that you show up ready to set the tone. The kids are going to follow in your footsteps. If you bring the energy and you bring the hype and you're engaged in the lesson, the kids will follow that too. We want to ask that you be a thermostat, not a thermometer, right? A thermometer can read the temperature of the room. A thermostat sets the temperature for the room. Come ready to be a thermostat, bring the energy, stay engaged with the kids.
And part of staying engaged is making sure that there aren't any distractions. So to your best ability, try not to be on your phone too much and just give the kids your attention. We want to pour into them. This is for them, not for us. So make sure that you are just staying engaged with the kids and have a fun time.
Yeah, we've got to remember that this might be the biggest and best part of some of these kids' summers. So let's treat it that way. Let's make sure we are doing everything we can to make every night an experience that the kids are going to remember. These kids are in such a big and formational time of their lives, right? Studies show that the spiritual formation that comes into play before a kid turns 13 is so important in helping to set their trajectory and the direction for the rest of their lives. So let's remember that what you're doing here really, really matters, right? There are eternal impacts and ripples that are going to come from what we do at VBS this week. We're signing off now. We cannot wait to see you guys Wednesday night and for the rest of the week at VBS. I'm Detective Dexter.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Detective Donzo.
Vinny Victor.
And we will see you guys at VBS. Get ready to get on the case.